There we go. I had to click it back off the camera. All right, we're going to do our figurative language, so make sure you have both of your packets, your notes packet and your snow globes packet. Set my snow globe packet aside. I'm going to turn to the page that says hyperbole. 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 And you should have watched the video and played the game, practicing what hyperbole is and how it is used in various things that we see. If you were to Google hyperbole, a lot of times you'll get examples that come up that say, just a second, I am going to, there we go. That light was in my eyes. That talk about like hyperbole in Disney movies or hyperbole in songs. But what you learned is hyperbole is an exaggeration for emphasis, usually to make a point or for humor. It is not something that we would ever take seriously. So for our hyperbole example, over on the side, I'm going to write one that you hear all the time. People use it a lot. I am, especially about very famous people, dying to meet you. I am dying to meet you. So that's obviously a great exaggeration. That is not something that would really happen, and it doesn't mean that these people are dying or that they want to die. It's just a way of saying, I am super excited to meet you. I'm dying to meet you. So that's one example of a hyperbole. Sometimes hyperboles can also include some things called idioms. And those are really odd things that you hear people say that make no sense, but they're used for exaggeration and humor. One of those is raining cats and dogs. So we often find idioms within our hyperboles as well. And raining cats and dogs is an idiom that you've probably heard a lot. It's used as it's used in the place of hyperbole a lot as an exaggeration for a very bad storm where it's raining and raining and raining and raining. But it does not mean that it's raining cats and dogs. It just means that the pouring down rain is so heavy it feels like very, very hard things hitting you if you were out in the rain. So those are two examples of hyperbole. One is an idiom, but we're going to leave that in there as a hyperbole that we wrote on this line. Again, if you want to draw a picture of one of the two examples or one of your own, you can over here, but I'm not making you do that since we're not in the classroom. And then you want to take out your snow globe and find the one that says hyperbole. And the first thing you want to do right here is write an exaggeration to make a point or for humor. Then you're going to write your own hyperbole here and draw a picture of it in the top of the snow globe. Their suggestion is on the snow in the snow globe, write a sentence about the holiday season that contains hyperbole. So they want you to think of one that goes along with Christmas or playing in the snow, but as I've said, it can be about anything. So a sentence that contains a really big exaggeration that couldn't really ever come true, that is used to make a point or for humor. If you have trouble thinking of one, I'm sure that there were plenty of examples in the video since you played a game that you might be able to go back and use over again. It's okay if you do that. All right, you are going to take a picture of your snow globe, or you're going to read me your hyperbole sentence.